MARCIN TYBURA defeats Stefan Struve via unanimous decision. So let's just talk about this fight a little bit. I think it's more so Stefan Struve being Stefan Struve and finding a way to lose than MARCIN TYBURA doing anything spectacular in this fight. Stefan Struve is like the tallest fighter in the UFC, longest reach, but he fights like the smallest fighter with the smallest reach. He's 7 feet tall, calls himself the skyscraper, but oftentimes he doesn't use his reach at all and just lets people to get in his face and do whatever he wants. So really in this fight, it wasn't like TYBURA really did anything amazing on his feet with striking. It was that TYBURA used wrestling to beat Stefan Struve. And Stefan Struve is supposed to be like a striker, somewhat grappler. And TYBURA really is supposed to be like a striker. He has some decent grappling, but he's not really known for his grappling. And you let him lay on you. TYBURA is not like a state champion, not no collegiate All-American, no national champion, no Pac-10, no Olympic competitor, no bronze, silver, gold medalist or anything like that. He's just a striker that has a bit of grappling. I mean, a little bit, not even nothing spectacular. And Stefan Struve could do nothing with him off his back. Like Stefan Struve was lethargic in this fight. Like he had some type of illness or something, like a mental block. Maybe he's expected to be a striking match, but you know this is MMA. You gotta be trained for all facets of the game. Outside of it, how bad his IQ looked on the ground and how like low effort he put into this fight when it wasn't striking. Even his strikes were kind of low effort. Like he would just throw kicks all slow and lead him out there for TYBURA to catch and take him down. Like very weird, but it's not too weird when you consider Stefan Struve, who just finds a way to lose. And it's always seemed like his motivation is on and off at times, or maybe his mental was on and off at the time. Like he just needs to find that switch and find a way to cut it on, cut it off. But definitely needs to cut it on because it seems like it's most times it's off, and then like every now and then he'll have a fight where it'd be on, but most fights is just that switch is just off. It's like that switch is broke, can't even cut it on. And that fight, and I say this fight is another one of those. He had TYBURA hurt at one point. Still, despite how bad he looked, he still had TYBURA hurt at one point. Had him on wobbly legs, had his opportunities, but kind of fell most times on like capitalized on these opportunities and lost the fight. I think when he had him rock with that front kick. If he would have just used more uppercuts at that point instead of just like one uppercut and trying to do a hook, he probably could have finished the fight because TYBURA was rocked, leaning over, ready for the uppercuts. Stefan Struve could have used like a collar tie and some uppercuts and might have dropped TYBURA, or maybe created some space so he don't get caught in a clinch. You have long arms, so instead of like using your arms to just trying to hook up with him, you can just use your arms to create distance. Keep pushing him back, keep hitting him, and he wouldn't even be able to get inside on you if you just use your reach against a rock guy who can't even explode on you. He'll be leaning over, wobbly legs, can't explode, just a sitting duck for somebody so tall who could just jab him from across the ring and could have finished the fight right there. But nah, he smothered his own reign and allowed TYBURA to get in clinches after getting rocked, I think at least once or twice, but definitely one time was very significant. But all in all, Stefan Struve I don't know what's his motivation at this point. He's been in the UFC since he was like 20, 21, 19 or something. Basically, literally grew up in the UFC. But it seemed like sometimes it seemed like he was evolving, but at this point, I'd say he's failed to really evolve. Like, to truly evolve, he's failed to do that. And you're 30 now. What else are you going to do? Are you really trying to become champion? Are you really trying to become a true threat for anybody in the UFC or in the upper echelons of the division? If you're not really trying to be the best or really put in that effort, then why are you even competing? Are you just competing because you want to catch a check or something? Or are you competing to be the best? And when you're in the UFC, you're really supposed to be in here to be the champion. If you're fighting with that mindset and that lethargic and all that stuff, then you really should just be out of the UFC. Maybe go to Bellator, maybe go to some other league and reevaluate your life. Matter of fact, you could probably, if you really just here for the money, you probably go to some other league and make more money just off of being a long-time UFC veteran. I think he had like 10 plus wins, so he'll definitely probably cash in if he goes to some other league, make some decent money, and then you can fight like you do here, slow and lethargic, and just keep making money off your UFC resume and your veteran tag that you will have for being in UFC for so long and been on so many cards and all that stuff. But that's about all I got to say. I think I'm very disappointed in Stefan Struve, but it's nothing new. So thanks for watching. Like, comment, and subscribe, and come back for more videos. Peace.